Hello all, welcome back. Thanks for your comments, subs and likes. Right, I'm going to pot on the marigolds that I've got, and I'm going to have a look at these swift potatoes. I'm going to do something with them that I haven't done before. I've seen a few YouTubers, when they do like the potato challenge, they cut their spuds and plant them into pots, probably a bit bigger than this, but this will do me. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to plant these swift inside this pot to get them started. I'm not going to cut any of the chits off or anything. I'm just going to plant them whole like that. Plus I want to take these marigolds out of here. I haven't got very many in here, but I'll take these out and I will pot them up into some little pots. Like this. Then I will plant them out when they grow a little bit more in these pots. So I will get you set up, then I'll come back to you. Right, I'm going to start with the marigolds. I've got a little stick here, so all I'm going to do is dip a little hole like that. And just pull them out. Quite long roots. And that's all I'm going to do really. A little bit more compost on the top. And we'll see how we go with them. I don't know whether this compost is getting too damp and holding the moisture too much again, but yeah, I've got a few more. I've sown a few more marigold seeds as well, so hopefully we get more than this, because I need quite a few. I like to plant them around a little bit. So I'll get on and finish these few, and then I'll come back after I've done the marigolds, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with my potatoes then. I've never done my potatoes like this before, but I have seen it done when people have done like the potato challenge. So, and Ali from My Rusty Garden said to give it a go, so I think I'll do that. All I'm going to do is put a little bit of compost in the bottom of the pot. Get my seed potato, plant it in there, and gently fill it up, because you don't want to break the chit off. Don't want no horrible lumps in there really neither. but you can see the chit is still at the top, so I'll fill this up so it covers that. But doing it gently. I'm not going to push on the compost or anything. I'm just going to fill the pot up, and then when it pops up out the pot, then I will plant it in my grow bags that I use. Again, a little bit of compost in the bottom. Potato with the chip facing up, and gently fill it in. Right, I'll get on and do the rest of these, and then I'll come back to you. Right, I've done all of them potatoes and the marigolds and put them in a tray of water. The marigolds have more or less fallen over straight away with shock, but there is some water in there, and it is like 100 in here. So we have opened my door and picked it open, but everything else seems to be all right. The French climbing beans are growing like troopers now. Same with the well, the dwarf French beans aren't as well advanced as my climbers, but they are getting there slowly. But like I say, it's extremely hot in here, so I might have to give stuff water again today. I have filled up that water butt, and I've filled that water butt up as well. But I've got some potsy bindweed coming through again there, a bit there, and this corner, which has been always been pretty bad with bindweed. As you can see, it's all growing all the way up there and everything in amongst my strawberries. So I'm going to get what I can out of this bindweed, and I'll show you how much I get out in a minute once I've done it. I need to get in behind there as well, actually, because there's some behind there as well. So I'll get this bindweed out and show you how much I get out afterwards. I've got out what I can of that bindweed. It will come back because you never ever get it all out, but I've got out what I can. So that will be going in the council bin for the garden waste. But these pears are well and truly in flower, as you can see, which is quite nice. And this other one, actually, that's blooming like a trooper. Look at that. Just needs some bees to come and pollinate it. I need to get a bigger spike in there so I can get that over and get it up straight. But I'll need a hand with that because the metal spike that I'm going to use is about 10 foot and I want it to go in nice and straight, but I'm going to use one of these fence posts that my neighbour gave me. One of these, and as you can see it is very tall, so I need another person to hold it straight with a level so I can get it nice and straight. But as you can see, it is a very big spike, so I need to get someone over while I get on top of the ladder and I can knock it in, then he can hold it straight for me. So I need to get that done pretty soon before it stops like that, because at the moment I can bend it over a little bit and get it a bit straighter then. I want to get my potato bags out as well. I've got loads of them like this in here, so I'm going to have to have a little rummage through and grab the bags I've got in here. There you go, there's a bag of them there. There's a few in there. And there's a couple of more about, obviously, as you can see. I'll get them out ready for the weekend, so I can put my potatoes in there. I've been saving these bottles, little drinks bottles. I'll show you what I'm going to do with them when I get round to using them. Right, I'll have a proper rummage and I'll get all the bags out and I'll put them in the polytunnel ready for the weekend. Right, I've got all my bags out of the little shed. I found a bit more netting in there as well, so I will put that in that bag with the rest of my netting in there until I need it. I've moved these around a little bit. I've put them in its own single tray, but the marigolds have started to pick up now. Still a couple that are fallen over, but a few of them have gone up right now since I've given them a bit of water. I might put a bit more in there just to keep them going because it is very hot in here. The first thing I'm going to do today is I need to get my homemade compost. That lot there. Get that out and take it down here because I want to get my spuds in today. I've got all of my like fake brick pots and everything, so I need to go through these as well because there's different sizes in here. I'm obviously going to use these small ones for the new potatoes or first earlies. And I'm going to use these bigger ones for my main crop potatoes. So I'll go and grab a few bags of that compost. I want to grab some blood, fish and bone, which is there. That, I need to grab that out as well. And I've got some chicken manure pellets. I'll grab some of that as well. But these beans, especially my French climbing beans, they're doing really well. The French dwarf beans are catching up a little bit now as well, so that's good. And these are the potatoes I need to grab as well. These are the shop bought ones, and this is a Kestrel. As you've seen already, I've put the Swift in some of these little pots. As I said, I've never done potatoes like this, so we'll see how we go. Right, I'll grab that blood, fish and bone and some chicken manure pellets. I'll grab this and get this outside as well. I've got all my bits and bobs out now, so all I'm going to do is put a bit of this compost in the bottom. Very wet though, so I won't be watering this because this has got a lot of moisture in it. I found one of my chicken pellet tubs, got some chicken pellets in it. Chuck a little handful of them in the bottom. My blood, fish and bone. Chuck a little handful of that in. Give it a little mix up. And these are my Kestrel. I'm putting these in the smaller tubs. So I'm going to put, because I've got an odd number, I'm going to put 3 in here. I've got another bag of my compost, and all I'm going to do is just cover the potatoes. I'm not going to fill them up yet. I'm going to see how much compost I've got, because I might have to dig into my last year's compost. So I'm not totally topping these up at the moment. I'm just giving them like a cover, so probably about half of this pot. That'll do, it's covered now. Well, I'll I say, it's very wet, this compost, so I'm not going to bother watering it for a couple of days or something. That's the kestrel. For the main crop, I'm going to use these bigger ones. Well, for my shop bought big potatoes, I'm going to do the same again. Cut a bit in the bottom. A little handful of chicken manure pellets. Little handful of bloodfish and bone. Give it a little mix up. And these are my shop bought that I started chitting. 9 of them as well. This is going to be a bit iffy. I'm going to put 3 of them in there. I know it's a lot, but hey, let's see if we can get the old pot to fill right up with spuds, eh? And just another little topping on top like that. Just to cover the potatoes a little bit. That's it. Right, I'm gonna get you down here and show you what they're like at the moment, but they are gonna need to be topped up a little bit. We'll see how much compost I got left afterwards of my own that I've got bagged up, and maybe I'll top them right up. Depends on how much compost I've got after I've done them all. Right, I'll get on and do the rest, then I'll come back and show you what they're like. Well, I've done them shop potatoes, the main crop. I'll show you what I've done with them. I've put a bit of compost in the bottom of it, put some bloodfish and bone in there, and some chicken manure pellets, and mixed it around, and put a couple of the potatoes in them ones. That one's got 3 in it, but I've topped them up just to cover the potatoes at the moment, and depending on how much compost I got left after this, they might get topped right up. Right, that's all the potatoes potted up for now. I've obviously still got them ones in the polytunnel that I put in the pots, but I've got 10. I've got 3, them 3 are the shop bought new potatoes, or first earlies. Them 3 big ones are the main crop. Then I've got these 3 over here. Them 3 are the kestrel. They're going up here. I've put one up here already because I was grabbing more compost, so I put one up here already. I think that's a shop bought one as well, but I'll grab all of them pots, grab all of them and get them set up here. I'm probably gonna have to make, well, I will have to make a bit of space up here, so I'll come back when I've jiggled all this lot about and I've got all of them up here. Right, I've got them fabric pots all up here now. But what I think I'm going to do, actually, I've still got this compost left. It was bagged up, so I'm going to top them up as much as I can, because I've still got this compost in here that I can use for the rest of my potatoes when they've popped up. So I'll get and put the rest of this in here and see how far we get with that. Right, I've used all of that compost. I've nearly filled them up. I need a bit more, but that can be waited. And then I'll top them up in a little bit in a few days or whatever. Or when I dig this out, actually, probably. When I dig this out to do my other potatoes that I've got in these pots, when I get to plant them out and when I dig the other compost out of the bin, I will top them other ones up. Right, the marigolds have recovered from their potting on. There's one dodgy one there, but the rest of them seem to be doing all right. I've got a few come up in my second sowing of marigolds, so hopefully we get a few more in there and I can pot them on. And these are French climbing beans and dwarf beans, they're going like crazy now, which is good. Some of them haven't come up like there was. Oh, that one's just starting there by the looks of it. But we've got a couple missing on these back ones, but yeah, we've got plenty to be getting on with them. Also, I want to plant these broad beans out next week. I need to get these out as well. There's a lot of grass in this. These are supposed to be my spring onions, but there's a lot of grass in there, so I'll have to have a dig around and get the grass out of them before I pot them on. But next week we'll get these broad beans out for definite. I left this off, or I left the glass off the other day, and something got in here and had a proper go at my kohlrabi. So yeah, these are my Brussels sprouts. They need to go out as well. And these are my cabbage greyhound. They need to be planted out as well. But they'll get done next week. Because of time, I don't want to make a too longer video. Thanks for watching, commenting and subscribing. And as I say, don't be shy. Hit the subscribe and then you'll see what I get up to next. Right, catch you later. Bye.